Where can I find a tax sale properties list? Welcome back. Now get ready. I'm going to show you dozens of opportunities, and most real estate people have no idea and have never seen what I'm about to show you on this particular video. So tax lien certificates and tax defaulted real estate, well, newcomers find this business absolutely overwhelming, and you'll see why in the next couple of minutes, because there's an abundance of real estate that is for sale at discounted prices. All right, so the business of tax lien certificates alone is in the millions of properties or tax lien certificates that are sale. So when I say properties, millions of properties will go into tax default and they will issue tax lien certificates. For example, in the state of Florida, they'll issue tax lien certificates on over 1 million properties in the average year. Now, many of the other states, matter of fact, half of the states sell tax lien certificates. My point is, there's going to be millions of certificates to buy, and they pay generous interest rate. Matter of fact, they pay outrageous interest rates. Arizona pays 16%, Florida 18%, place like Illinois, a state like Illinois, all the way up to 36%. Iowa pays 24%. My point is, they're generous rates of return. So where can I find a tax sale properties list? At every county in every one of those states that I just mentioned. So if the taxes are due on a property, the first thing that will happen is the treasurer, after getting the word from the legislature and the board of supervisors, will put the property in default. The next step is going to be that they're going to levy the taxes. If they can't collect them, they're going to either issue a tax lien certificate or they're going to confiscate the property. Folks, there's an overwhelming amount of business. So I'm going to give you a few examples, and you can follow along, and you'll see what a big business this really is. So tax lien certificates, it's unusual. However, it's here. It's always going to be here. It's been around for 200 years. So a county with a large population, they will have thousands of tax lien certificates. They will also have thousands of tax sale properties. All right, now county with the small population, they'll have a small tax defaulted property list that maybe be in the dozens or even maybe up to 100, but they still will have many tax lien certificates. So what questions are we answering today? This episode is titled, Where Can I Find a Tax Sale Properties List? Right at the county. So having a county map or an auction list is very, very important. So every county in the United States will either sell tax lien certificates or tax defaulted property. Take a place like Houston, Texas. About 6 million people in Harris County. Harris County, every 4 weeks, at least once a month, they will auction off at least 200 properties. Now imagine that, 200 properties which they're auctioning off, and those properties will have 60, 70, 80% discounts from the assessed value. So the assessed value will be way up here, but they'll start the auction down basically where the back taxes are. So all that difference is margin that you could take advantage of. All right, so that's Harris County, but there's 3,000 plus counties across the United States. So what am I answering the question about? I'm answering the question, where can you find tax sale properties list? It's in every single county across the United States. I'll be right back with some more examples. So first of all, there's 3,000 counties. Every county can have a tax auction. Usually that tax auction is a result of a confiscation. However, half of the states will sell a tax lien certificate prior to selling a tax deed property. All right, those counties, they will have auctions regularly. Some have them once a month, some will have them annually. It's going to be up to you to check them out. But a tax lien certificate auction, don't be surprised if there's 30,000 or even 50,000 certificates. I've seen 65,000 in Miami-Dade. I've seen 100,000 in Cook County, Chicago. So there's going to be plenty of these certificates. So you can find those at the counties I just mentioned. Cook County today probably has 60,000 tax lien certificates. Okay, they're going to let you know that you can buy those. They're happy to sell those tax lien certificates. All right, now how did these certificates come about? It's people have failed to pay their property tax. This is a serious problem for the county. Why is it serious? Because the county has bills to pay. The police department, the fire department, the schools, the school teachers, county employees, all that's paid from tax revenue. So if they can't collect the taxes, they're going to issue a tax lien certificate first, and then that'll be followed by a tax defaulted auction. All right, who makes the rules? The legislature in all 50 states makes the same rule. Everyone must pay property taxes. All right, now, does the legislature come out and collect that money? No, they push all that down to the local county, and either the Board of Supervisors or the county commissioners will have the treasurer, tax collector, issue a notice of default, and then go through the process of levying taxes, and then people that don't pay, they'll actually confiscate the property. Now, when they sell those properties, if they're selling property, that will also be on the county. The county will find you a tax sale list. So all you have to do is go to the county or the county website, and you'll be able to find a tax sale properties list. Anybody can buy at the auction. These are public auctions.
How better go there? How better go there? How better go where? How better go here? Better go here? How better now? Better go.
Anybody can buy. The only thing that you need is money. So you need money to buy at a tax lien certificate auction, and you need money to buy at a tax defaulted property auction. Now, tax defaulted properties are usually sold with huge discounts. 60%, 70, even 80% discount, because they're going to sell starting bid will be very close to the back taxes. Now, what does that mean? That means if the back taxes are owed, they're going to start the bidding there. That has nothing to do with the assessed value. So the tax assessed value could be way up at around 100,000, and the taxes owed could be around 5,000. So you see, there's a lot of margin there, and that's why people get excited about these sales. All right, now when you see the list, you're going to be overwhelmed. There's so many tax lien certificates and tax defaulted properties nationwide that they have to have 5,000 auctions. Now, there's 3,000 counties, but there'll be at least 5,000 auctions. So this is a big business that anybody can get involved in. Anybody that wants to learn how to do this can learn how to do it. You see those little white circles? That's how many auctions are taking place within that state in the next 90 days. This calendar updates every single day. I'm here today to show you how to make money. To do that, I'm going to show you briefly that there are thousands of tax defaulted real estate properties across the 3,000 plus counties in the United States. This is quite interesting. You're looking at the Ted Thomas Magic Interactive Map and Auction Calendar. It changes every day. Now, I created the calendar and the map so I would know how many auctions are taking place every day in the United States. Now I can show the little guy how to make money. Most importantly, I created this system so I could have an auction list for each auction 24/7. Now, sometimes when I'm talking, you'll see a brochure come up in front of me. Like right now, the auctioneer produced this particular brochure. So the county hired an outside auctioneer, and what they did is they made this brochure so that you could see. So they're advertising, and you can call the county and get that. You could call the auctioneer company and get that. But the county will always have a list of the defaulted tax lien certificates and the defaulted properties. County always has the list, and they put it on their website, and they'll put it in the local newspaper. So today's episode, I'm answering the question, where can I find a tax sale properties list? Well, you're going to find it right at your local county or any one of the 3,000 counties across the United States. 50% of the counties in the United States will sell tax lien certificates. All counties in the United States will sell tax deed properties. All right, it's always done on a local level. The list is published on a local level. The county, when they issue that list, they assume no responsibility for the condition of the property and no responsibility for any defects in the deed. So you need to learn how to do your homework. How do you do that? You either get a coach, you get a mentor, or you get a course and you learn how to do it. But we know, because we give classes every day, our most popular classes are always the one on how to research property. All right. Now, some counties will actually have a mailing list, so you can get on the mailing list and they'll tell you when it's going to happen. Some counties will have overwhelming amounts of tax lien. All right, so I'm holding up a picture of Jacksonville list. The Jacksonville list will annually have about 30,000 certificates to sale. Now, when they put those to sale, it's an auction. So when they have that auction, if they do it, and it's not on the computer, if they do it one at a time, that could take a day and a half or 2 days to sell all those tax lien certificates. All right, the second list that I'm going to show you is one from Tampa, Florida. Now, this is an even bigger list. They could have up to 40,000 tax lien certificates. All right. Now, they're always on the county website, and this is an auction list produced by the Hillsborough County, which is Tampa, Florida. My point is, the information is readily available, so a tax sale properties list is always going to be at the county, and it'll be on the county website, and they will publish it in the newspaper. Now, what's really going on? These are unwanted properties. They're unwanted by the county, and the people that default on their taxes, the county doesn't want them. So what are they going to do with them? They're going to put those properties up for auction, and they'll start the auctions at just the back taxes. Now, think about this. What if you could buy a property for 10 or 20 cents on the dollar, and you can put your own signs out on the road? You can put it on Craigslist. You can put it on multiple listing service. You can put it on eBay. You can use Zillow. You can use any of those sources and sell it. So if you bought it for 20 cents on the dollar and sold it for 50 or 60 cents on the dollar, how many deals like that would you like to have? Well, you could sell those properties to fixer-upper people or people that want to do property flippers or whatever. Would that work for you? Well, it sure works for a lot of people. So you probably want to get involved and learn a little bit more about this. All right, now the county needs money. So they're putting these properties out because they need that revenue to pay the county employees. All right, I'm going to run out of time. I think I've given you the basics. Make sure you know to go to the counties, and that's where you're going to find a tax sale properties list. Whether it's tax lien certificates or tax defaulted property, you need to learn how to do your research. I'm Ted Thomas, and right below me, you can find an auction list. If you'd like to have an auction list, just register and you'll get an auction list.